Hi all, hope you had a very good weekend and welcome to today's mini Monday episode. I think this may well be the last Monday show for a while. I hope you have enjoyed the last 6 weeks or so of mini Mondays shows. And if you haven't yet, please make sure you're subscribed to the podcast so you don't miss an episode whenever it gets released. If you are subscribed, new episodes will automatically pop up on your feed as soon as it's released. On today's episode, I have some Formula 1 vocab, how stress changes a word's meaning, and the word that sounds as cool as it means. So let's go. Section 1. Speak like a British racing commentator. F1 vocabulary for your accent. Fancy sounding like a suave F1 commentator rather than an overexcited karaoke announcer. Let's look at some Formula 1 vocabulary that can help you fine-tune your British accent and make you sound speedy and sophisticated. 1. Pit stop. Pit stop. Not peed stop, there's no long E sound. Pit. Keep it short, crisp and pure. Pit. Like hit, lit, sit. 2. Gearbox. Gearbox. RP speakers glide gear. Gear. Gentle glide, not gear. Mechanic. Mechanic. We put a slight stress on can. Mechanic. Mechanic. Commentator. Commentator. Starts with com like comedy, and the final tater is softer with that schwa ending. Grid. Grid. This is short and sharp, no trailing vowels, not greed, not grit, it's grid. Tyre. Tyre. Remember, the British spelling is T-Y-R-E, not the American T-I-R-E. And yes, we pronounce the ending schwa lightly. Tyre. Tyre. Let's do a practice line. The mechanic checked the gearbox on the grid before the tyre change at the pit stop, said the commentator. OK, try it slowly, then gradually speed up. I'll put the line on the show notes so you can practice. Don't lose clarity as you speed up. You're aiming for Lewis Hamilton smooth, not shopping trolley wobbly. The mechanic checked the gearbox on the grid before the tyre change at the pit stop, said the commentator. Listening to F1 broadcasts is a surprisingly fun way to train your ear to British intonation and connected speech. Want to race through all the tricky British sounds with expert guidance? The British Accent Bundle is your pit crew, covering vowels, consonants, intonation, and all those subtle RP touches. Grab it now at learningbritishaccent.com/bundle. Or why not put in your best cheeky offer?
Whether you're into just mascara and gloss or love playing with bold colors, we all have that one makeup essential. Mine? Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. It gives the look of lash extensions without the glue or damage. The flake-free tubing formula defines from root to tip, no clumps or flakes, and comes off with warm water. It's vegan, cruelty-free, and gives back with every purchase. Beauty that works and makes a difference. Try your new trusty favorites with an exclusive set for our listeners. New customers can get the Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara and the mini-sized Brilliant Eye Brightener at a special set price with free shipping available at thrivecosmetics.com/beauty. Or save more with 20% off your first order at thrivecosmetics.com/beauty. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/beauty for 20% off your first order.
Section 2. Contract or conTRACT. One word, two personalities. Ever noticed that some English words change meaning depending on which syllable you stress? Contract is one of those delightful pronunciation booby traps. So we have contract, the noun, conTRACT, where the stress falls on the first syllable. I signed the contract yesterday. And then we've got conTRACT, which is a verb, and the stress is on the second syllable. Muscles contract when you exercise. Now in British English, especially received pronunciation, correct word stress is essential for sounding natural and clear and getting the correct meaning across. Put the stress in the wrong place and suddenly your listeners think you're talking about business deals when you meant body cramps. Let's practice with this line. After I signed the contract, my hand muscles began to contract. Say it out loud, exaggerating the stress differences at first. You'll feel just how much meaning shifts with tiny changes. After I signed the contract, my hand muscles began to contract. I'll put the line in the show note for you to practice. Now there are some other words that work the same way. We've got record. Now the noun record, where the stress falls on the first syllable, and then we've got the verb record, where the stress falls on the second syllable. Another word is present. The noun is present, so the stress falls on the first syllable, and with the verb present, the stress falls on that second syllable. If you want more help with your British accent, consider getting the British Accent Bundle. In it, we look at some stress patterns and the sounds and all the subtle magic of RP. Section 3. Nonchalant, the word that sounds as cool as it means. If you want to sound effortlessly cool and maybe a bit posh, nonchalant is your word. But say it wrong and you risk sounding, well, the opposite of cool. So, RP pronunciation, nonchalant. The stress is on the first syllable. We've got a soft schwa in the middle and there's no hard T at the end. Nonchalant. So it's not nonchalant, like a dramatic French film villain. It's nonchalant. Nonchalant. It's light and breezy and it's as if you couldn't care less, which is the point. Now its meaning is calm, relaxed, unconcerned, usually in situations where others might be flapping around like startled pigeons. Some example sentences. She gave a nonchalant shrug when asked about her perfect pronunciation. Despite the chaos around him, he remained completely nonchalant. He nonchalantly corrected his friend's pronunciation mistakes at the party. So, say it slowly at first, nonchalant. You could always add a casual shrug for full effect. Now, RP speakers often use words like nonchalant to sound elegant and understated. And if you can say it correctly, you instantly sound more sophisticated and slightly mysterious. So if you want to master other fancy words and every vowel and consonant in RP, the British Accent Bundle is your guide to sounding posh without sounding forced. So that's it. We've come to the end of another mini episode. Thank you very much for listening and spending time with me. I hope you can join me again on Friday for the next episode. In the meantime, check out the British Accent training available at learningbritishaccent.com. And if you like the podcast and the website, please do consider supporting it through donations with the links in the show notes. Thank you ever so much for all your help and your support and your following and your subscribing and your liking and sharing. But bye for now.
Beautiful Anonymous changes each week. It defies genres and expectations. For example, our most recent episode, I talked to a woman who survived a murder attempt by her own son. But just the week before that, we just talked the whole time about Star Trek. We've had other recent episodes about sexting in languages that are not your first language, or what it's like to get weight loss surgery. It's unpredictable, it's real, it's honest, it's raw. Get Beautiful Anonymous wherever you listen to podcasts.